Alright, we're going to test, see how the stream does today. How long I need the multi-chat. There we go. Been forever since we streamed. Let's see. Oh, I need to set my stuff up. Hold on. Hold on. Stream info. Yeah, I need to update to. Yep. I mean that crap. Okay. That's done. We're good. Hope y'all are having a good day. I need to open it over here. Of YouTube. Make sure that is set correctly. Oh, okay, you're already paying, but we'll open it on our thing. On the main computer. And if we're gonna be a pain in the butt. Let's see, content, live, details, thumbnail. We go to Canva. I just want to move it. There we go. Okay, upload. Go, got that. Go down. No AI generated content. It is not entertainment, it is gaming. I love that Stream Elements has not figured that out with the multi-streaming. And it is Esoteric. Okay. I think we're good. Sweet. Alright. Yeah. We are good to go. Let's see. The mouse. Go ahead, start you. We'll do this thought on other games. Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. Like, don't start. I'm trying something. Q. I think we're good. All right, set up. I believe we are good. Oh, I was about to say, can I have? There we go. Now I can see everything. All right, let's continue our level 1 cleric. City below the dungeon. Well, that's more below. Oh, thanks for telling me that. But let's see. Got that going. Go ahead and do it like this. All right. Interesting. Okay. Well, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. We're finally back with the streaming. I'll probably be doing this probably at least once a week. Streaming at least once a week, and I'll be recording videos throughout the week to upload to YouTube. But yeah, I'm glad to be back in it. See, this says, I see Chris said this is more of a level 3+ area. We're level 1, and we nearly died off the rip. Before we even made it out of this first area. Bless. If you've seen the recording, it just got uploaded today. We nearly died immediately. What do you mean? There's nothing over here, I don't think. Oh, wait, there's something here. Can we go up to the top? I can. Mm-hmm. Good morning, cleric. Hello. The pale man sits hunched over a stack of forms, busy at work, his pencil slowly filling out line after line. On the top of the paper, you see an icon of a serpentine drake. That symbol is on a lot of official documents in the city. That is the Great Perch of Norvik. By Coast War. Norse realm. Striverland divided into 8 bands. The further inland you go, the closer you get to the infinite waste. It is theorized to be a ring or a hemisphere due to the bend on the horizon. Band Esoteric divides, splits the circular coast of Yor into 8 geographic areas, commonly known as bands. Each band has a unique esoteric and natural traits and stretches from coast to the infinite wastes. What's esoteric? Wisdom, esoteric, the Azure, and his strings. The coast is infused with it. Okay. Wonderful. Oh, I meant to, sorry. Yor, the name of our realm, also the name of the legendary wizard who created it. He died during the closing at the end of the gate era. Wizard, a book-learned arcane spellcaster, typically plays Yor's strings by memorizing and executing esoteric rituals and chants. Says your strings, and this power that holds the realm together. Death is death. Death. This is death. I am Viskin, local entrepreneur and proprietor of this Lich House. It appears you don't really belong here, but if there's anything I can do, cleric, just let me know. Servant of God, deeply devoted and spiritually connected. Typically a divine spellcaster given power through their deity. A lot of questions. Perfectly understandable. Okay, I'm afraid you've been through quite the turmoil, cleric. Tell me everything. Of course, it must be confusing. Tell you the truth, some fishermen brought you here last night. River take ye. They caught you in their net and took you for a corpse. Not that I blame them. Exactly in prime condition. Success, you quite literally live in this filthy uniform. No wonder they thought you were dead. Thanks, Charisma. How did I end up in a river? Not a river, the river. I'm afraid I don't have much to tell. Following one of the bridges to Tolstad, sprawling island fortress and one of 5 districts in the city. It sits in the middle of River Torna, home of Yor's pillars and sprawling tunnel network. The water lane, the greatest trade hub in Eskani. You are on Tolstad right now. Torna, the second largest documented river, band of Eskani in half. One of the 8 bands along the coast. It is cold, mountainous realm. It is your home. It's also referred to as Askan. Okay. Eskani interchangeably. How awful. Who were these fishermen? River guilders, I believe. They did not look like poachers, so my guess would be that. Find them. They hold the truth. He ponders your question. Did not ask her name, sorry to say. But perhaps Waterlane? That's just a guess. Waterlane, the largest trade port in Norvik, located in a massive tunnel piercing the center of Tolstad, is a so-called marvel of Dwarven engineering, and its reason so many people commute to Tolstad over the many bridges considered as one of the great crafted wonders of the world. Good guess. Funny, last bastion of humanity, is founded upon the end of the Reconquest in 468 AE, exactly 70 years ago. Reconquest, a historical event in Norvik, Earth's landing in 466 AE, and is said to have been finished by 468 AE, when Earth finished eradicating the trolls who roamed the ruins of Tulan Cattle. It is a point of contention if it should be called a reconquest or just a conquest, as no humans ever lived in the location before. Human, a tall and beautiful like yourself, thanks, known as the pest of the coast by those who are less inclined to reproduce like rabbits. Cool. Either that or the local tavern. I hope you found them. In fact, alive. Yes. You're exhausted. That's 2DC. Yeah, we don't have high wisdom. Yeah, we're not. Oh, how quaint. I understand. With the city below, the undead seemingly wander as they please. For city below the city, a phrase used to describe the incredible amount of tunnels and ruins below Norvik. Lots of monsters and stuff down there. Also riches if you delve deep enough. Monster short for monstrosity. Defined as a non-sentient creature born out of magical means, often by combining various natural beasts or from curses or esoteric events. However, I have to take this up with 80 sage leaf. I pay good crowns for HWBT protection. The Halfway Bridge Tribe, commonly called the Halfways, one of the 3 goblin tribes in Norvik, and arguably the most influential despite their small size, led by Lady Miska Sageleaf, with their headquarters in the Goblin Garden on Tolstad. Goblin Garden, a dwarven-built citadel sitting in the southernmost tip of Tolstad, is now a goblin sanctuary and greenhouse. Goblin short and green, got claws and fangs, little monsters. They've got 3 tribes in Norvik and are considered somewhat civilized. Oh, so it's all misunderstanding. Good. Thanks, Wisdom. What do you mean, cleric? Must be punished. Really apologize for putting you in this situation. It is my neglect that led to this undead creature entering the tower. We'll do a clean sweep of the basement this evening. Get ready. Yes, Master. Also make sure to report this to both the HWBT and the militia. Be sure to ask for a thorough inspection by the PCG, Pest Control Guild. One of the oldest guilds in Norvik, they are supposed to keep monsters at bay and clean up any unwanted critters across the city. These days, a request from citizens city that they usually have backlogs for months. Is anything unbecoming about my business here, it shall be uncovered and unveiled. Holy shit, he keeps going. Thank you very much for your service, cleric. It is because of great men like you that this city still stands. I'm sure a good word to your patriarch will as well, especially doing on the tea shop this. Patriarch, a top clerical rank at Norvik, different from Lord Patriarch, which is the traditional administrative leader of the city. Only about a dozen men currently hold the rank. They manage a section of clerics each at the towers. The towers, home base of the Order of Arcane Clerics of Norvik, also known as OACN. OACN, nobody calls it that. Thanks, Charisma. Make him quiet. DC 9. There's just this incredible oratory power. Yeah, no. It ain't happening. I agree. And whatever compromise, I feel lucky I knows what would have happened otherwise. Stop muttering, just say it. Your screech echoes throughout the chamber. Your heart and soul has overwhelming authority. Good for you. Sarcasm, thing mentioned before. Your purpose is here. You serve the sea as a cleric of the river. Type? Yes, if you are a clergyman, you might run a congregation for a local religion or deity. Only man on a holy mission. Then there are clerics of the bureaucratic variety, city officials speaking of the religious state. Rules are meant to be broken. You're not some stiff councilman. Thanks, Charisma. However, you must be an arcane cleric. Prayer as much as I saw your spell book. Call it a prayer book. Either way, you clearly play your strings as much as you channel this divinity. So then you're free to browse the collection. Truly diabolical spell. The towers teach it only to hire despite its first level. That's a great shortcut to charming people, although you gotta be careful with the fallout. If you care about such things. Well, I mean, of course. As a wizard, you memorize your spells before casting them. As an arcane cleric, you must memorize your spells during prayer at a shrine. Earth, of course. It's just up the stairs, past the pillar. There's also one on Waterland View, I believe, past the trade post. Not more hidden around every corner, I can promise you that. How do I get more spells? 2 ways. You could spend time learning them, drafting pages out of the palace archives. Palace, an unofficial nickname of the current rulers of Norvik, named after the Palace district in which the most central authority resides. The Palace district, one of 5 districts in Norvik. Aristocrats and bureaucrats, remnants of the Earth's Court. Or the Great Library in the towers, since you obviously would have had some access to that. However, I don't believe you have time for either of those options. What's that? Spell scrolls. Oh. Indulge, cleric. I'm glad to assist the city in any way. Tolstad is filled with all kinds of strange caches, so you'll probably encounter more by just looking around. Get your hands on a scroll, then just memorize it. Cantrips or spells, doesn't matter. I'm sure you're talented enough to memorize on the spot. Strike a heroic pose. He nods, goes back to writing. Very well. If you want to practice, feel free to cast anything non-lethal on my servant Ost. Just remember that spells are terribly useful when applied properly. We're gonna go for now. Before you do, all your belongings. Too quick, like he's trying not to show his interest. Weird. If only every government employee were as devoted as you, cleric. Good luck on your quest. Leave now. You may move faster by running. Either double click or hold shift and left trigger. Wriggling his little clawed feet, the kobold follows your every move with cold, unflinching yellow eyes. Where's my stuff at? Guess I could have asked. Dwarvish word meaning desperation, anguish, hysteria brought on from mental pain. But our local goblin chieftain is waiting for you. Not famous. Dragon of Tolstad. Well, not quite. You'll see when you get there, and when you do, make sure you pay your respects. Powerful ally. Call her the de facto lockkeeper here on the Island Fortress. This is part of the job. Pretty goblin queen? Where is our stuff? Ruined prayer book. I've been completely drenched. The papyrus pages are readable. They appear to contain some type of purple symbols running. Wait. Oh no. That's his ability. No. Your prayer book. So many hours wasted. He's ruined. That'd be expensive. Let's get your hands on a new one instead. Thanks, strength. Right across the pages. While the symbols appear to be readable, you do not understand the language. Thanks, intelligence. De verbis draconum. Ars occulta. Anyone who uses this term for anything modern is either an anti-freestrider or lives under a rock. No. No idea what it means. Arcanus History novel. Arcanus. The Macocrats who ruled pre-coast war humanizations and Old Demeanor. Also a very minor political party in Norvik. Old Demeanor, a term for Demeanor, often used to refer to the band before it was renamed Reeds during the end of the Coast War capitulation agreements. Some say it with sarcasm, some say it with pride, some say it with fear. Coast War, the Great War, a conflict between the Arcanists of Reeds as well as every other nation connected with them across the coast. Waste of human lives, which claimed millions of lives. There was no honor in this fighting that you know. Reeds, one of the 8 bands along the coast, is a temperate land of lowland and many lakes, commonly seen as the homeland of humans. Large portions are still cursed, holding entire undead cities, internally burning valleys, and floating mountains. What happened in the Reeds? Interesting. Stand out as classics, it could be used to refresh your mind. The books taunt you bookishly. I don't think it's gonna taunt me. Just lore stuff I need. That's our prayer book. Incense, nice. Yeah, that's for something. What's this? Inventory. Where are the amphitheaters? You see a number of doors hard at work. They're constructing a banner of some kind carrying a bright green flag. Let's go. The fool. Alphaz. One of the doors stands to face you with a furrowed brow. He appears to be in a staring contest with the orc on the other side of the theater. Orc, big brutes of devilish origin They're rare in Norvik. Most of them can be found in Veltyre. Brut. Slang for brother. Specifically, the dialect grown out of the coastal slang and mixed between gnome tongue and underclass migrant workers in old Mago colonies. Wait, Mr. Cityman. He calls out to you. Approach. Made it clear already, we're not moving, not one bit. Shit-eating grin. So I guess I'm supposed to grovel? Looks like you're not going to. This class 2 times. You see. You hear the other doors laughing behind him. Here, nothing at all. Saying that because he's had to defend himself quite a lot lately. Doing something highly will stop him. Well, half truth. Just like you. One of the older dwarves spits on the ground next to him. Know who you're talking to, child? Of the Bon Embers, a foreman of the Asgalist movement of Norvik. The workers who built this city want to rule it. Seems only just. The vision is of a fair and even society where those who live underneath rise up and show their worth. After all, why can't we share? Earth Guard combined, a true speaker festival. Give the older dwarf a sting. The whole noble thing, it'll just piss him off. Unless you want that. Play, he spits on the ground. We're holding a rally for the cause. This evening, workers across Tolstad will gather to hear the word of Asgal. He turns over the orc, and no one's going to stop it. You hear laughing coming from across the theater. Papers, Alphaz. What do you want? No. You don't say. So, it is forenoon. I get the lads together, and when we arrive, this accursed woman is standing here. The dwarf shudders. Dwarf. A stout, short, hairy, loves to dig and build. You know the drill. Yeah, drill. They build most of Norvik and have a long history with the Earth folk. People of Earth. The ancestors of those who reconquered the Ascani coast. True mythological heroes. Planning, he reaches for something in his pocket and takes out. We show her the papers. No good, she says. Ah. Added. Real convenient, I say. No, there is nothing wrong with these papers. We are in our right to speak out against tyrants and burgers. They are. Bureaucracy. So she's wrong about the documents? Of course she is. She's a liar, that one. A filthy liar. Nods and grunts. Terrible liar. Can't even get the words out. He knows she's right about the ignorance, but doesn't want to admit it. Why? Bruh, what a bad roll. Why? Is he won't listen to reason? He's beneath you. Just say anything. He says, that'd be us, Mr. City Man. Trust the city? Bah, go away. I want to so much. Excuse me, what? So much. Looks at you with a disturbed expression. Thank you for the like. Appreciate you. Come on, I want to screw you guys. Oh. Well then, no. Of course we get to the papers. Should have seen that one coming. Hey, let's click on them all. He just glares at you. Morgue. And glances over the witch house stairs. Thought it was a dentist. Fair assessment. No matter. Is not afraid of death. Your laughter. Big wears out pause. It's his teeth. Damn work. So what's this rally about exactly? Guilds. For decades, there's been a collective bargaining between Rikian workers and the city guilds. Say what you want about Urs, but he kept a tight leash on the upper class of this city. Blessed be his name. Yeah. But look, it ain't the same sense as death. The Free Striders have burrowed into every darn power structure from paper boys to bookbinders. In less than a dozen years, the salaries have stagnated and prices have gone up. They say Free Striderism would make the city rich. I say it makes its people poor. We need change. We're here to convince a bunch of Tolstad workers to vote for the Aeschylus party? More or less, yeah. But it's also about the spirit of community. That we can fight against the purchasers of our labor. Alone we're as brittle as a twig in the a twig in the wind? No, that's not good enough. What should we go with? No, that's nonsensical. Anyway, the rally will be a success. We just need to get rid of that orc. So we can call out to all the workers of this magnificent city, he exclaims, as if was a crowd around him. Vote. Vote with your guts, with your manhood at stake. You too, city man. Okay, good luck fighting tyrants. Thank you, City Man. I appreciate it. In the oil country, yeah. I'm just a foreman in Tolstad district. Doesn't matter. If he's a noble, he must be rich. Our teaching, it's rude to ask about someone's mint. "17 years, human. It's called dedication." Where's our, something inside the old vase. Incense, nice. Questing tree. What do we got? Oh, we got different things. Election week. Okay. Let's talk to her. She's an orc sitting on one of many loosened stone blocks. She's waiting for something or someone. Imposing, this orc knows how to exert her power in other ways as well. You spot the merchant's mark on her jacket sleeve. A heart that initials with the initials of the Norvikian Free Strider Regiment. What's this? Earth Guard around here. Here's the Norvik. Keepers of Sea Law, Defenders of Humanity. Your brothers. Damn advertisement with this tribunal. As he should. Prince, her palm to you. Here is my name. I'm second in command guild agent of Tolstad. Nice to meet you. That's what Workley wants to say a name. Be nice to her. She's a free strider. You are a cleric. Earthguard cleric. I assume the term was interchangeable. Becoming more familiar. 3 times. But I suppose you're not all, she says. Esoterically attuned. Correction with a smile. I mean, she sees you as no threat at all. I'm your puppy. Oh, them complicated as anything. I wouldn't be sitting here wasting my precious day if it wasn't for them. But in short, they're holding an unlawful assembly. And they won't let me take a look at the document proving it. Not frustrating at all, she says and winks at you. Oh, just an inconvenience. These lovely Asgalists have decided by themselves to hold a rally here. Little Circle Square. Unfortunately, permission of public gathering or a PPG needs to be approved by the district council. They do not have a proper PPG. What does that entail? It's marked for last week. It is expired. Simply, really, these dwarves are ignoring my call to disperse, so I'm here as a witness. As I know, they will be fined and or arrested. Need to witness the entirety of the trespassing. Since they were served during the morning, if they do not disperse by sundown, they will be inflicted with an entire day's worth of fines. I'd have to assistant do it or secretary, but restriction as it is with the election coming up. You perhaps the monopoly on violence, more of an oligopoly. It'll be a roll of the die to see who gets employed to handle these rude dwarves. Maybe some goblins. The city of Norvik also allows us to employ mercenaries for extra legal enforcement, but the company likes to avoid that in most cases. As you can imagine, mercs tend to lack that finer touch. She trying to employ us. Stole. Hand them over to the city. Go home early. Sorry, I've got a lot on my plate. Don't get involved with this bullshit. Unless you really want to pick a side on this free strider. I think the doors know they can't necessarily hold it right. I heard it was an accident. The post mentioned it in passing. Minor mishap. So, although from what people told me, it was quite the explosion. The way at the time of the explosion on the North Wall. North Wall, one of the 5 districts in Norvik, known as the Industrial District for its many factories built along the river. This is where you live. Okay. Instead of just North Wall. You'll learn in time. What's not to like? Inland. Endless ways away from the coast. I did see the smoke. It was a clear day. No, but actually, maybe. That maybe yes. Nice weather we're having. You look lovely today. Thanks. Are you here? I'm here to do business with a tea shop. One that blew up? Master Free Rub, you can do nothing. Yeah, we ain't getting this. They sent you. Don't describe whenever anything queer happens. Whether the cause would be regular spellcasting or something more esoteric. I'm sure you've noticed something you couldn't explain rationally. Esoteric. I assumed you of all people would know what it is, considering it's shape-shifting marmot. Yeah, that's what happened to us. Because of the action, of course. Look, highly volatile district with lots of extremist ties. Tea shop acts as a sort of a lightning rod. So, that blows up. Why would any faction spend resources investigating it? When those resources could be spent on trying to win a terribly important election. Sound reasoning? No, Marlene.
Oh.
In a short and quiet manner, as if he's scared of his words actually being heard. Stand up for yourself. Thanks, my mom got it for me. Oh? It's good taste. There's a door for her. You're for talking then? You should, you stop it. Nat one. What in the fans get? What is the fans get? A dwarven word meaning something of devilry, common curse word. Devil, lawful evil fiend. They are lawyers, soul traders, and either the most efficient type of leaders or the worst type of middle managers. The numbers are dwindling as of late, but in Blood City Bay, they still rule supreme. Bad. Look at him, shrug. Take your dirty human hand out of my uniform. Move your hand now. Welcome. Dang it. Can't get cold. Anyone else I can talk to? This isn't around, so no. Despite your groaning stomach, just a little thrill. No, you'll die. Why not twice? You got nothing to gain. Nothing. That's not true. Your job is self-preservation. This is not it. Self-preservation becomes a lot easier with coin. Gotta risk a little to gain a lot. Nothing here to gain except another death. Boring, so very boring. Yeah, it's not. This will let you live. Oh, there we go. Mm-hmm. What about him? Controversial. The Khan, or the Liberator. His message. That's potatoes either? Potato? Ah. Ignorant. Is it a cult? Who you've been talking to, Mr. Seaman, but let me assure you, Asgol was no god or demigod or anything related to it. He was a simple man with a dream of fair and just society. Nothing more. Ouch, sore spot. On Blaze Edge, you can either taunt him to see if you can get him to act out, or you could try to reason with him. Tell them to leave. This might, if you're lucky. I really don't want. Oh yeah? They find you ridiculous in your old school armor. Abort. Someone, huh? Hey. What do you expect me to do, huh? Leave them be. Why not? They'll be chased away eventually anyway. Not your problem. Challenging. Yes. Nice. You sure it's the possible things you could say and narrow it down? It's clearly in a sensitive situation. He needs to appear a strong leader against tyranny. Show that you are on his side in the battle against oppression. Playing too much as they pack up their tools and grab green banner. But I see you're nothing like her. If you want to do some real good, then join us. Find us down on the crossing. Unhappy dwarves. Prideful in his way. Hey, we did it. Oh, hammer. Get a hammer. Nice. Yeah. Go talk to her. Engage. I guess it's all the whole thing. The whole thing? Or resolving it with a few kind words. On human. Fair enough. At least it's over now. Great service to the Ascani Reeds Trading Company today. On the topic of payment. Ooh. Yes, jackpot. Yeah, let's... We want to make use of you there for profit. You make lots of coins working with this work. Now it's just you alone in the circle square. Alright, which... Guess we... Oh, what is this? Green face is splattered across the facade, staring wildly towards a flaming sky and a dragon spread across it, or something like that. Can you call this art? Nothing really. That goblins are ours. Thanks, Charisma. Believe. Suppose Dragon Lady. Got from the red one. A present. Earth instead. There we go. Back to insanity. They believe in their Dragon Queen. Such worship. It's Earth instead. Devotion, albeit an asinine way. The coins stand for all that fat loot the dragon brought to her people. You could get behind that. The fire is a soul, a boundary between the real and the heart and the heartful. Modern scholars divide history on Yor into 5 eras. They use canonically important events as starting points for these eras, although this was easier when arcanists of all demeanor still had a common consensus. Not everyone agrees the so-called post-war era has even begun, let alone what it should be called. The current era has lasted 27 years. The name was chosen in Reed's name is subject to change. Truly ancient. Dang. Just a little imp. Braxo Pixelwing. You raise your head towards the sky. Above you says a tiny red creature. His wings flutter faintly in the wind. He's just a little guy with wings, reading his little newspaper. The fiend throws a quick glance your way. He's annoyed. Staring at a piece of paper, he does not acknowledge your presence. What you reading? Puts the paper down. It's actually a torn out page from a magazine. I like the funny pictures. I believe the fiend is being sarcastic. You can read? Congratulations. Perfectly snide remark. I like this devil already. Wait, he says, leaning in to get a good look at you. Earthguard. A cleric? How's you doing here? Of course you're allowed. Just not often you guys are here. I, for one, am very happy for your presence. This place has gone downhill since the city let goblins and free striders run amok. Free striders. The new way. People in the east have overthrown the old wizards and gods For years, the revolution has slowly crept into the city. Now it's time to finally join the free cities and get rich. Free cities, a collection of city-states and the Reeds, all united under the golden banner of free striderism. Norfolk will join them one way or another. Some damn order in this place. Wise words. So if you need any legal advice, just let me know. Where the fact this is literally a devil. A good little devil. You know what you can. Look over your shoulder. Dwarf's plight. Knowing as you do. Oh, I could have done this. Original earthfolk houses. Some really important message delivered. Okay. Yep. Oh, you were saying? Should I invest in stocks? Oh. Or give an investment advice, but, yes. Looks you up and down. I should ask, you ever bought shares before, Cleric? Uh-oh. I don't think so. Basics then. Popularized by the late Divine Era, human adventure companies, a share is essentially a percentage of ownership of a certain venture. The third out of the 5 eras, when the first gods were born of mortal folk, the power began to fall into their wonderful, fragile hands. Could be a guild, could be a company, or specific adventure. Something that's supposed to grow over time. You can increase the value of your securities in that venture. It's a risky way to increase your capital without actually doing any real work. Gaz's devil's good. Learn from him. Stocks and me. Stares at you. So up as a venture, then maybe. I mean, if you could convince someone to invest in you, you know, without breaking any laws regarding investment advice, I'd be impressed. So why not? Why is it sounds like free money? Good question. Imagine you invest in an adventuring party, and they head into the Verdun Hills to dive into some Gate era tomb or an esoteric area filled with talking cats. Something weird and dangerous, but with potential for a lot of cool treasure to be found and brought back. There's a major chance that those adventures die out on their journey. If they do, you lose all your money you invested. They could make it back, in which case you get a percentage of the treasure based on your share. But how do adventures come back with a bunch of treasure these days? Look, there are rules in place. Laws governing that one can or cannot suggest when it comes to financial agency. Your god made those laws to protect people of lower than average intelligence from being tricked in by those with ill intent. Have you ever bought stock? Sure. 40% of my income on risky ventures. Sometimes I even get paid in securities, which is nice since I won't have to pay any middlemen. I gotta buy stocks. Buy shares directly from a venture trader, basically someone who can give you a piece of paper that says, I owe you with some legal information on you. We can go to the trade hub. I don't think the Tolstad exchange is open until election, though. Yeah. Okay. I think that'd be something we can, like, go back to. Maybe. This head, you feel it. This way ahead? Oh, who are you? Standing at the tip of Tolstad. Fit for Reedsian trader, and his haircut is fit for Scotty nobleman, a superficial fellow. Best view south of the River Torna. Little weasel. Cares much about looks. You catch him immediately glancing at your outfit. Let me guess, you're the cleric. That's me. Being a cleric. I'm Snell, owner and handler of HWBT. Old lady's been waiting for you. Operation Exchange. What the fuck are you doing? Clerk? What are you doing? I'm sorry. She's not feeling it? I'm sorry. Looks around, clearly struggling to find the right words. Okay, right. Head down to the garden tome, but on the banks of the river, your uniform shows up. Sure, for starters, she's the most powerful woman in Norvik. And considering there was an explosion yesterday right in the middle of her territory, but rude. Good. Just make it perfect look. There are some ground rules. Don't say anything stupid. Don't climb the trees, edges, and join the garden clerk. Needs to be a hurry. The body trembles. Track of her fangs. The cold Ascani wind seeps through the cracks of your helmet. Head on down. Where are you? Let's go talk to you. Oh, I can't talk to him. Well, darn. Poofed out of existence. drone, the sprout flutter. Their glow illuminating the trunk of this great tree, its roots reaching far below its branches, holding up the dirt ceiling above. Her smirk as bright as it is threatening. So this is the dragon. Yes, I can see it. Her glare's magnificent. Cleric and Norvik of Earth and River echoes out through the chamber. You're the cleric. The top brass of the palace itself. Told me the cleric of the highest standing would arrive within the hour. Tell me, human. You can't, but you should. Waiting. Been like a day. You know, you're dancing on a fine line. Nice. So if you brace your entire being as you meet her glare. With trembling energy, resist. She lifts her chin. You stand good. Leans on her armchair, letting out an exhausted groan. It is vexing to watch my streets descend so far. Are you even aware, cleric? A local business caught up in an inferno. Middle of the day, right on Pillar Road. My road. She roars, and you stand your ground. Yet Magistrate Darrow, spits out the name like it's a curse word, he alone believes does not have jurisdiction over this particular location. See? Sounds awesome. Recognition of law on Lower Tolstad. Definition of that. It's always been vague. Some see it as anything below ground, some as below water level. That means it's part of the core foundation of the island fortress, therefore that property is legally an underground rental unit, he says, bowing his head, lady. Who have been handling that damn crow's contract for years. But no, suddenly, when the entire unit goes up in flames, that's when my people no longer have the right to enter the premises to deal with it, to clean up even. No, suddenly it's the city's business and we should keep our nose out of it. Corruption, plain and simple. The actual effect it has on my people. It says it was an accident involving a fireplace failure. They have yet to send anyone in to actually investigate the scene. Of course. He's embarrassed. Occurred on the 21st of March, just past noon. 3 minor injuries were reported in the area. Luckily, foot traffic was low at the time of the incident, so despite the massive kaboom, no dead folks. We only managed to get one name in the chaos. A certain Frank, son of Frank, was said to have walked away with lesser burns. That's a sort of prefix used by Earthfolk. Human, most likely. Son after the father. Ha, that ain't a real name. He was apparently dressed in a fancy yellow outfit, whatever that means. Beyond that, we found some conflicting accounts. One person said, quote, he looked like one of those dungeoneers you hear, a real adventuring man, end quote. Another said, looking to get out of trouble, heading right down the stairs to Water Lane. Down into the dungeon or over to Water Lane. Got it. Yo, he's got style. Theories, but we need proof. Madness, she calls politics. Race her down. This is clearly the work of a rogue spellcaster, someone who cannot go unpunished. Justice, yes. Ellie. Bring justice to those who seek to harm peace. The words seep out of her maw, burning the air. In this case, you've worked it since the explosion. You won. By his queen. Represent the tribe in this venture. A goblin and a cleric. Together you will have access to both Upper and Lower Tolstad. Damn. Thought this was gonna be fun. Shocked you did not expect this. He's the one? Let's keep him in line. First priority is the tea shop. We need to gain access. Let's go, cleric. She told you there's a danger missing here. What the? Tell me I was here this entire time. Can you hear us? Everyone listening, go ahead, see. A normal person? That's funny. Can you hear us? No? Okay. Oh, Lord. This game. What is this? The Drunken Sphinx, a tavern, you say? Have to go up here. There we go. Oppressive landlord, large merman, says by the sea. A male merfolk, not to be confused with mermaid. Cleric. Snow. Hey. Why are you disturbing me? Yes. Keep your eyes peeled for the tip. No. It's set up as it should. Okay. You breathe and watch. I've had decades of practice. Here's landlord. He appears uncomfortable. Let's try. Man, we get some low rolls. Belly beckons. Unless. Let it out, people. Kind of hard. Swallow the blood. It appears to ignore it. You're feeling faint. Says nothing but gives you a shocked and quite honestly sad expression. But you did not speak. Now ask him something, he'll indulge you. Not good. Good set of laws to protect my business. I have a good sense of fairness when it comes to housing. Where the poor live. Expect you to live conveniently, yet if the market dictates the higher price for that convenience, declare necessity instead. One second. Realize I haven't been talking. I'm very busy, cleric. However, in this particular moment, I do not have anywhere I need to be. catch anything. Something clear. Short of your rock. Well, something. Sure is. Good job. Daily instructions. I think I've already done this. I keep accidentally hitting the wrong thing. What do I do with it? Uh-oh. What happened to it? Oh no. Oh, there it is. Examine. Read as well. Stretch across his. Must follow in order to manipulate those strings into esoteric effect. Spells as cantrips are both easy to remember and will not consume a spell slot. How many spells of each spell level a caster is able to perform without rest? Grease. Bold, like the author really wanted to hype themselves up. It says, every evening and every lunch break at work, remember, you can do it. Oh no. Damn. Magic is a blade without a handle. Well. Yes, we know what happened to the gnome. Like we're going the wrong way. Let's head back down. Down the temple steps. That looks like it. If I were to guess, yep, tea shop's right there. That's a big crack. Okay, yep. Let's head back down the temple steps. It was over here. You approach the doorway. There are several planks blocking the passage. Begins reading the bold letters at the top of the paper. Speedy notice, no trespassing. Kicks the planks in. It is sealed. Attempt to break it down. You've got a hammer. You need like a lot. Looks like shit, but boy, it can take a hit. It's arcane lock. Bunch of plank. It's unorthodox, but I got it working. He's all over the towers. You need passphrase to unseal it. Trying to force an arcane lock to open is idiotic. Can I guess? Guess? Yeah. Preference. Find another way in. Okay. Keeps distance, muttering under his breath. Word of disdain, Angel. You keep her safe. Beware. Enter. Snow's joining the montauk. Great. Something fierce. She would destroy you. Hey! Oh no. Overflowing. Forever. Now it is. She's not pissed. Take that as a win. Don't mess with this. Be careful now. Get that cleared up. She's very non-vocal. You're dead, man. Walk away, walk away. Post midnight. Okay. Oh yeah. We leveled up. That's right. There we go. But I think I'm gonna call it there for the stream. I hope y'all enjoyed it. This game has been very fun. We haven't got through the first day yet. But YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, I hope y'all enjoyed it. And if you're not following, please consider following YouTube. If you want to subscribe, that'd be great. But I will see y'all next time.